That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go! LG, a little closer to me.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And some room to roam now. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Brady. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
54.
On first and 10, here's Brady. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. Room to run inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the... So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever's good.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Kevin Green in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, it's Brady. This is caught. And into the end zone. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out. Out of the end zone for a touchback. First down, it's McNabb. And he's going to be up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
A nice catch there by Jerry Rice. And when you look at the yardage he compiled in his NFL career, it seems staggering at 22,985 yards. But let's put a little context with it.
Yeah, we ran the numbers earlier. Larry Fitzgerald, who was contemplating retirement this past offseason, would need 7 more 1,000-yard seasons to break Jerry Rice's record.
That's context.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, here's McNabb. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Reggie White in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Out of the gun, McNabb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Brady. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
On second down, here's Brady. Quick hitch, complete. It's Grant. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Flex round! Flex round! I got you, 88. I got you.
To throw on 2nd, McNabb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. At 21 yards.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy that has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC.
Jerry Rice, open right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, McNabb. Past the 20. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Ricky Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. shotgun now for Brady. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Justin Houston in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Returnable now for Woodson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now it's McNabb. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Ricky Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken very short. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Operating from the gun, Brady. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and got his man, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, Brady. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. First, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This will be taken short. Out come the Titans now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Let's go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Brady. Man open. Rice. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Into the red zone, it's Brady. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Randy Moss, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Brady to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in after 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
Black round.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, McNabb. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's McNabb. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now McNabb. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ohio!
McNabb to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now 10th carry. Here's Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Williams. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. On third down, here's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Kevin Green in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Brady now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Justin Houston in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, it's Williams. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as he'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. McNabb. Going up top. And a Shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One final try now for Brady. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. successfully. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And
David Johnson on his way. 20, 10, touchdown, Titans. David Johnson, 66 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And now running right through it. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries. But he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
To throw on second, McNabb into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Johnson running on. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Flex round! Flex round!
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the gun, here's McNabb. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Bruce Smith in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Out of the gun, McNabb. Dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bruce Smith in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll get this one off to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. On 1st and 10, McNabb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Johnson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Brady to throw on second down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On third down, Johnson. And he's got room. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Wait, 20! Ball 50! Wait!
On second down, here's Brady. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Wait, again!
Throwing on first down is Brady. Quick hitch, complete. It's Grant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's go, let's
4
go!
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
All right, we go! Go, 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 run, run, run!
Throwing now is Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
On the right. Right, we get! Go, go! Quick,
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ohio! Flex round!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now it's McNabb. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very short. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before half for Brady. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Derek Brooks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Second down, McNabb. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, McNabb. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
These two. Hey, hey. Out.
They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
Gold is able to put it through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now a 1st down throw, McNabb. And he's got his man on the out route. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.